Wes Craven did not do it easily involved with this one because that's a good thing. Wanna know why? Because this is probably the worst Scream film since the last one called Scream 3. And Scream 4 is stupid. The twist is stupid because the motivation is stupid for the killer. So we got the half generation of the new generation, the half generation of the old generation for the past films, and all of the old new generation die except for one because that one's the killer. Because she's related to the main character of the original trilogy, who's also the main character of this fourth one. So she's related. We find out that after she killed her motivation because she wants to put all her crimes into internet videos because nobody reads anymore. So she wants to make it be all online and virtual shit and be a YouTube phenomenon while pinning it on other people that she backstabs her boyfriend and also her new boyfriend, that she kills both of them after having the other one kill the other guy. Wait, she killed both of them with this gun and a knife. So anyway, this one she thinks she killed the main character, the of the original trilogy. And then she fucks her body up to make it look like she was one of the victims. So basically, her motivation is for this one because she's jealous that that she was a Scream victim for the past movies, and that the main girl gets all the attention growing up, looking at everyone gloating about her. So that's her motivation. This is somehow more laughable twist than the motivation that the kills the second one, where the guy wants to blame the movies and gets caught, but things go south for him because the mother wants to take revenge on the one who kills her son. That was also the two kills in the first one. And somehow tops that twist was the fourth installment, the one that was in the second installment of the Scream franchise, titled Scream 2 versus Scream 4. And want to know what this advertised? An old friend from the past is back. New rules are set, and a new generation has dawned. But what are the new rules? I have no fucking idea. This never explained what the new rules are. There's only one new rule. It's called "Don't fuck with the original generation." Because this is after Hawthorne in the final battle, killer against the original generation, that she thought she killed a main protagonist, but really just got in the hospital, badly wounded, and got stitched up and wasn't fine. Then the killer decides to get out of the hospital bed, and then the coincidentally that is the same hospital that she was the person that she was trying to be the new person of the main character from the original Jeremy, basically be the number one survivor of the Scream killing, called Ghostface, I guess. And that's what he's been going find out on the internet now. And Scream fans, he's never called that in the original trilogy. But I see he's called in the fourth one for the first time. And, I think, I'm not really sure, 50-50 sure on that, you know? So, the couple from the Scream 3 that got engaged at the end have been married for 10 years. I guess the thought was important for the plot to us to know that. Well, they've been married for 10 years. Well, congratulations, because they go together like butter and glue. They go together like butter and glue, as the things do not go together at all. Yet somehow they made it for 10 years, although they're a better couple than my mom and dad when they were married. Cause say my mom was a dysfunctional as like was like mentally fucked as fuck in the head. So this movie established one rule after the killer gets killed off in the hospital for failing to kill her past version of the main character from the first movie for the second time. And that's when the say the one new rule is don't fuck with the original generation. And now, she just dies more than once in this movie. Of course, they always do. So the original generations made that comment. They always do die more than once. And that's what the main character makes that comment after before shooting her and giving her the final blow and killing her ass. So, what have we learned that about the new generation from the new generation involving horror franchise? I have no fucking idea. Because I don't know what the irony new rules, except for that one was called Don't Fuck With the Old Generation. Really, that's not a new rule, that's actually called old rule. So, yeah, of course, why not? So, what rules do I own? Unclear. What these... I think the only reason why this movie said that this is a new generation, new rules, and old fans from the past is back. Is just so they could get chumps like me to see this movie, and hopefully they would do something different. And something smart and creative and blow your mind. But no! They want to do the same Humpty Dumpty shit that they've been doing for 4 movies now! Sure, they made the 5th one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they continue the same Humpty Dumpty shit that this one ended on, that the first one begin with, and continue on through the 4th one, and so on and so on. After the first one did that first time. You know, I come to realize I think I hate the Scream franchise more than the Final Destination franchise. Sure, the Final Destination franchise was a piece of shit, but at least they tried to be creative with the kills and tried to be dumber and lazier with stories, and even though they were different, I'm not again defending the franchise that much, but I hate both franchises, but I think this and Final Destination franchise is my worst horror franchise I've ever seen and stumbled upon. You know, I just think they should stop making the Scream movies. I can't take anymore. Unless you do something for better or for worse to really shake up the formula that they've been doing for 4 fucking movies. And create was a motivation for the crew that doesn't sound so adolescent and whiny like this one did. Or so batshit insanely stupid like the second one did. Or whatever the first one was. I'm still not sure. It's just maybe that was the first one's both. So that's Scream 4. This goes to 0 out of 10. I forgot to tell you that. Now I will say one of the benefits this movie has is that Ghostface actually feels like a different character and is played by a different person, a different person instead of being played by the same exact person over and over again, which doesn't make sense because each one of the Scream movies has a different twist of who the killer is that's dressed up as the Ghostface guy. So I really like that the fact that Ghostface felt like a completely different person, despite having that thing that disguised his voice to make it sound like it's the same guy. I really appreciate how he approaches his kills, but it's like that it was Ghostface the first one. So I really appreciate how this one's Ghostface is more aggressive and more direct, and really is more of a force of nature. And more brutal compared to the other Ghostface, and just how it moves, how Ghostface moves is like it just feels like a different. I will say this is the one sequel I think this is. The reason why I think this is the best one since the first one is because this is the one time that Ghostface feels like it's played by a different person. Since the first installment did it, with 2 different serial killers being the killers, which explains why Ghostface would sometimes be more clumsier than usual, because it was played by different people sometimes. Sometimes be another guy, sometimes be the other person. So sometimes Ghostface would come out more aggressive, more quiet, and other times he'd be more clumsy and loud, and but he still got the job done in the first one. So it makes sense that sometimes you really look at that respect, that why Ghostface sometimes feels like a different person, because he is a different person the majority of the time in film. Back and forth, and they switch the roles, share the roles together. The 2 serial killers in the first one. But with this one, it makes sense that Ghostface delivers the same type of ghost, is very creative and intelligent, this type of version of Ghostface, because the person is intelligent, creative, and kind of a nerd herself, besides being very attractive, I guess. So, that's like to reveal the Ghostface in the fourth one. And, it does. So, it makes sense that they kept the Ghostface, the person that plays Ghostface, to one person. Because it makes sense because Ghostface approaches the same, is killed the same way throughout this movie, in the same manner, he pulls the new tricks and that doesn't expect everyone to see coming. A lot of times throughout the fourth one. So yeah, props to that. Respect. I give that to make it Ghost feel since the first 2 guys that would Ghostface feel like a different character in this one. It's been done by technically one person. And the rest of people just her henchmen. Because it's very clear that this is a henchman, but the info Ben Ghostface upon the costume or anything. Like the girl has, they even got the hand store like the girl has, And I guess maybe this, it does kind of make, there was some times when the Ghostface was probably the same, was part of one of them, the henchmen, what was one of the henchmen, the hench person. But to be fair, that if I'm gonna remember all this movie, right? Because I didn't watch this movie again. I just watched to see what the motivation of the ending of the twist behind the motivation for the killer. You know, I remember the killer name, and I also remember how the killer dies. So I just watched those clips. Okay. The Scream movies is the one of the movies I don't want to go back watching again after seeing the first time. None of them. But if I had to pick between all Scream movies I would go back to watch, it would be this one. The fourth installment. Even though it's no good, but it has like its potential to be good. Just like the first one had potential, but then we found out the characters are fucking morons. That Ghostface in the first one. Well, she, on the other hand, is wicked intelligent. So, the fact that these kill her off and they only let her get away with it and save up for a sequel, I'd call that total fucking cop-out. They pussy out, the chickens out for some reason. And instead of taking what they should have done, they should have like killed both generations except for the main killer and just let the past die. Like Star Wars did with The Last Jedi. Let the past die. Now, that doesn't mean other movies are good, but it doesn't mean Star Wars The Last Jedi is better. Because it had the potential to move the fuck on and move on and try to take it in a different direction. Granted, I'm not sure what the point was Last Jedi still. But I'm not sure what the point of this fourth one is now still. Because again, they could have fixed it, made this a really a special movie by making this having the killer survive and get away with it all. And by killing all the old generation, new generation, and then basically, you know, have the killer work her way up the food chain in the sequel. And it's just I don't know, just something different I wanted them to do. And it's different, you know, it's just, I just feel like I'm getting the same shit I've been giving since the first one came out. Since I saw the first one. Granted, it came out before my time, which was 1997. Which was a year before my birth, the first one came out. So, but yeah, I seen all of them, except for the fifth one. I'm not looking forward to seeing the fifth one unless, please, for better or for worse, see the fifth one, do something different. I just want something different. I don't care if it's crap at this point, or how awful it is, how stupid it is, how lazy it is. I just want a different take on the ghost story, on Scream, if they're going to keep on making these sequels. Give me a different outcome of the ending. And a different story, a different everything. Sure, you can still have the costume and Ghostface killing people, but please have a different outcome and have a different main focus and different narratives. Something. Do everything different. I don't care. Just you have the Ghostface and dress as Ghostface, whoever wants to do it, but just get creative for fuck's sake. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of the Scream franchise to the point I want to smash my head against the wall. Then just forget about all four of them. You know, as bad as the Human Centipede sequels got, at least they were different, granted they were gross and stupid. And beyond insanely stupid. But, and more growth. I wish I didn't make that comment. That would make myself sick. So Scream 4 gets a 0 out of 5. I kind of brain fog, forgotten what I was going to say this now. Big, I'm ending it here.